Hey guys! How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you my unpopular K-pop opinions, because this trend never gets old and I think I have some interesting opinions to share with you guys. Also, I wanted to tell you that this is my first video and that I will be uploading K-pop content. Feel free to disagree with me, but please be respectful because these are just my opinions. Now let's start. My first opinion is that more and more is better than I Can't Stop Me. I'm not the biggest fan of empty choruses, but somehow I like more and more beat drop in the chorus. The verses flow better and the dance break is really good. I also think more and more it's their best album. Make Me Go, Shadow, Oxygen are some of my favorite Twice besides. I just can't understand why people hate more and more era. I Can't Stop Me is not bad, I just don't really like high-pitched songs and the high notes in the chorus are too much for me. I really like the choreography and I think it's a good song to listen to while you do the choreo, but it's not a song I would put on my playlist. Also, Eyes Wide Open album has mostly filler songs. I constantly see people saying their faves have the best discography because they have experimented with a lot of genres. But in my opinion, versatility doesn't mean better music. People constantly criticize groups like Blackpink or ateez for having no versatility on their discography, but in my opinion Blackpink is one of the only groups with no filler songs. Even if some of their songs are no my taste, I cannot say they're bad songs. There are a lot of versatile groups, but I still don't like their music, and that's because music is subjective. I could dislike a really well-produced song and like a generic song because versatility has nothing to do with how good a song is. People should stop criticizing others for liking music that is more generic because there's nothing wrong with that. When people talk about 17, it's always about synchronization. But for me 17 are underrated and overlooked as individuals. Dino, Hoshi, Woozi, and Minghao are some of the best dancers in the third generation, and Seungkwan and Dokyum are amazing vocalists. Their rappers are also good and all of them are all around. But when people praise them is always as a dance group and about their choreographies. While I do agree that they're really good on that, I still think they deserve to be more recognized as individuals. I'm really tired of Midzys putting Yeji and Chaeryeong against each other all the time. I understand if you want to compare dancers from different groups, but they're on the same group. If both of them have the main dancer position, then it's for a reason. While Yeji is more powerful, Chaeryeong is more fluid, and both of them complement each other so well, having different styles. When Chaeryeong got praised in Not Shy, Yeji stans started complaining about Midzys not appreciating Yeji's skills, and when Yeji got the opportunity to be on Studio Chum for Artist of the Month, Chaeryeong stans started complaining about Yeji being the one who got the spotlight and not Chaeryeong. And it's ridiculous. We can have our opinions about who's a better dancer, but please stop arguing about it and comparing them all the time, because they're both amazing and both deserve their main dancer position. This one is really controversial and I know a lot of you are gonna disagree with me, but let me explain. Since YG changed their CEO, I think most of their problems are gone. JYP overwork their idols while YG gives them proper rest. JYP is really cheap when it comes to production. They always use green screen, but YG invest a lot on their idols. Their MVS, stages, albums never look cheap. JYP makes their groups, especially girl groups, wear extremely tight and short clothes, while most of the clothing YG artists wear look more comfortable. The list could go on, but just looking at GOT7 you can tell JYP is far from being a good company. None of the members renewed their contract, not a single one of them. And they all seem to be happier now. Of course we don't know what is going on inside the company, but in my opinion YG is better than JYP. Most people say a line distribution is fair when all the members get the same amount of lines, but it shouldn't be like that. How can you say is fair when a sub-vocalist gets the same lines that a main vocalist? Fair is when their amount of lines are according to their positions. A main vocalist or rapper should be first, then the leads and then the subs. That's how it's the line distributions in most cases, so stop complaining about a member getting the least lines when they're sub-vocalist. I understand it in cases like Loona, when some members get 3 seconds, but in most of the cases when people complain about lines is not like that. I know Black Mamba is relatively a new song, but I think it aged really bad. When Black Mamba came out and I first listened to it, I knew it would be the type of song no one would like at first, but then it would start to grow. And I think that happened with most people, but not with me. I still can't get into that song. My main problem with the song is the beat drop in the chorus. For me, the chorus is the most important part of the song, and if the chorus is empty, then it's almost impossible for me to like it. The verses are also really forgettable and not catchy. There's not a memorable part of the song. The only part of the song I like is the bridge. I think the girls have a lot of potential and I'm looking forward to their comeback, but for now I really dislike their debut song. Minors are not prepared to get all the criticism at such a young age. They're not mentally prepared for what being an idol is. So in my opinions, idols should be at least 17 to debut. At that age they're more mature, but I just don't like the idea that idols debuting at the age of 14, 15, 16 is so normalized. That's all for today, guys. What do you think? Do you agree with me on this opinions? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.